Hello, my friend. Sorry that I'm late, but I prefer being late than missing this game day. And I hope you can hear me clearly. And just write a comment if you can hear me, or write a comment if you can't hear me. So we have 15 minutes to go to the Bundesliga, and that's a really good situation. So we have the latest odds here. And as we saw last match day, Gladbach seems to be improved in comparison to the last season. And I really liked them also on the first game day. They lost against Leverkusen 3-2, but this was not a bad match of them. And on the other side, Stuttgart was a bit disappointing in the game against Mainz. Only 3-3, and on the first match day they lost at Freiburg, so they had the problem which they faced the last 2 years, that they are not a good away team. And that's why I think with the almost balanced odds here, we can risk a bet on the home team. A draw no bet on Gladbach has 2.0, and I like this, and this is my first bet on this match day. And I would say I would even risk a little bit to just go with Gladbach here. And then we can go to Leipzig versus Union Berlin. We have really low Leipzig odds here. I never would recommend betting on such low favorite odds. And additional to that, Union Berlin had some really good games in the past against Leipzig. Last season they lost both without scoring a goal, but I think with their new coach Bo Svensson they should be improved. And it can be as close as in the 3 games before last season. And at the end, betting on Union Berlin for me is a bit too risky. I would say the best we can do is maybe just a small unit on a draw, about 1/4 or 1/5 of a unit, as we don't lose a lot if Leipzig wins or if there's a sensation and Union Berlin wins. But anyway, I think it's better to risk only a little money and win 1 unit with high odds than risking a lot of money and winning not really much on favorites. Then Freiburg at home against Bochum, same situation. Never ever consider betting on Freiburg here. And also Bochum maybe will be relegated this year, and I don't trust them. Also, I won't accept low odds on Freiburg. On the other hand, I don't want to put my money on a weak team like Bochum. We have to ignore this game and go to Hoffenheim versus Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen might come back from the loss against Leipzig. Last week I predicted it that Leverkusen might end their long streak of not losing. And against Hoffenheim, I think they should be winning again, as Hoffenheim is not really a great team. On the other hand, the odds on Leverkusen are ridiculous low. Just ignore the favorite odds. Betting on Hoffenheim, no option. Heading over to Wolfsburg versus Frankfurt. And in this situation, the odds are really attractive because we have higher odds on both sides. Leads us to a draw here. My result tip was 1-1, and as we come closer to the game, only 10 minutes to go, I would say we find more value on the away side, like it's mostly the case, as the majority of the bettors and the hobby tipsters are preferring home bets, which is not wrong, because we have a home advantage of about 20 to 25% in the Bundesliga. But that doesn't mean that the home team is always winning. And if we have balanced odds, and we see that Frankfurt was able to beat Hoffenheim in their last game at home 3-1, and they also had a good game at Dortmund on the first match day, losing a bit too high with 2-0. And finishing number 6 in the last season, I think Frankfurt should be a bit better than Wolfsburg, which was able to beat the newly promoted team Kiel and at least scoring 2 goals against Bayern Munich. Also the maximum they can achieve after 2 games. Anyway, a draw is most likely here. I would say X for odds of 3.5. The other bet could be draw no bet on Frankfurt. To be honest, this is my personal bet. I put money on draw no bet on Frankfurt, and the other one is draw no bet on Mönchengladbach on this match day. And then Bayern Kiel, not worth to consider anything here. Augsburg should win at home against St. Pauli. The odds are really bad. And Mainz, Bremen should be a draw. Also on the Sunday. Interesting thing here that we get really high draw odds. I take the odds of 3.7 here because sure, Mainz can win at home, but Mainz is not a team where you want to have just 2.0 as odds. And both teams managed not to lose their first games, and Bremen also was able to draw against Borussia Dortmund, but this was a home game. Now playing at Mainz could be a bit tougher for them. That's why they are the underdog, but not the big underdog in my eyes, and that's why I prefer a draw here. And so, what do you think? Write down below in the comments what you think on this match day about the bets. And also I would say Dortmund should win against Heidenheim with handicap, but anyway, I wouldn't bet on this game because it's in the past, and kind of lame betting on things you already know. And the odds were terribly bad. That's why I wouldn't have betted on this game here. So thanks for watching. See you next time earlier.